Heather Ray Young and Tarek El Moussa are celebrating one trip around the sun together. The Selling Sunset star took to Instagram to mark her one-year anniversary with the HGTV personality, with the sweetest post. Quote, "From the day I first met you to our first date and our second date when we decided to commit 100% before we barely even knew each other. But we knew what we had was special. We had that butterflies in our tummy, can't eat, can't stop smiling, soulmate love," she wrote alongside a series of photos of the pair. The 32-year-old went on to call Tarek, quote, her very best friend in the whole world, and noted that he is, quote, the best daddy to his two kiddos, Taylor, who's 9, and Braden, who's 4, whom he shares with ex-wife Christina. Quote, "I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you, every single day waking up to your sweet face and holding me before bed. I love you beyond anything I could have ever dreamed or imagined. I promise to love you every single day. Happy one-year anniversary, my bunny bear, the love of my life, me plus you." Meanwhile, Tarek also took to Instagram to commemorate the day with his own sweet post, writing in part, quote, "On July 3rd, I was a lost and broken man. If you asked me about love, I would have answered, not for me. July 4th was different. It was the last thing I ever expected, but I met the love of my life. The second our eyes connected and we smiled at each other, I knew my life would never be the same." The sweet pair first met on 4th of July last year. They moved in together back in January and split their time between Orange County and West Hollywood. Back in March, Tarek told Access Hollywood how much his two kids, quote, adore Heather.
"We are officially 8 months in."
You told Scott and me. Do you remember that day? You hadn't even talked about it yet.
I know. When I met you, when we first got together last time, and I talked about our relationship, we had just been dating 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't really even know each other yet, but we were so in love, and now we're like 8 months later.
Yeah.
We've traveled the world together. We've been to Paris, we've been to Amsterdam, we've been to Vegas, we've been to Napa. Like, we've done it all.
Good for you, brother.
Thank you.
And how are your daughters liking her? How are your kids liking her?
Oh, my kids adore Heather. You know, it's like, it's just such a nice feeling as a dad to have a family again, and the kids love her and she loves them, and it's what I've always dreamed of, you know? Yeah, I mean, it's like we're a cute little family, you know? I love it.
And more recently, Heather also gushed to Access Hollywood about their romance, calling it, quote, an incredible journey.
Someone has a new man who's also in the real estate business. You and Tarek seem so smitten with each other. He's told us, Access Hollywood, how much he loves you and just adores you. Will we see him on the show at all? Are we keeping church and state separate? What can we expect?
You definitely do see Tarek on the show. He unfortunately cannot film with me, but you see the beginning of our relationship flourish. So you see my relationship with him blossom, and then also my relationship with his children blossom. So yeah, the viewers get to see, I think we started dating like right before we started filming season 2. So you get to see the beginnings of and that progression, which is really fun.
And I was gonna ask, how has that been, sort of dating a guy with kids? He's been very open about how great it's been from the very start. Was that new for you? Had you dated in that sort of environment before?
Never. This was all new to me. But you know, honestly, like, I love Tarek so much, and we decided, I think it was on date number 2, that we are going to commit to each other 100%, which meant me committing to, yes, date 2, I know, which meant me committing to his children 100%. And, you know, I love them, I love him, and I'm so happy, I'm so fulfilled, and they bring so much joy into my life. And it's been an incredible journey. Obviously, you know, I went from being single, traveling, working full time, and then it had to shift from how do I balance my work life and balance my new relationship, and then also my relationship with the children.
Okay, I love that. I gotta ask, any chance we might see a little rock in the near future? Maybe a Zoom wedding, depending on how long this quarantine goes.
Gosh, a Zoom wedding. Oh my gosh, I hope not. Well, you know, I mean, we love each other. We have the best time together. He's my best friend in the whole world, and we're just enjoying every single day together. And I don't put any pressure on it. I know it's going to happen eventually, and I'm leaving that up to him.